that drill. You just got to keep practicing. So the goal from there is, how can I keep Carl flat just with my weight? Okay, just with my weight, and I'm not clamping with my hands. Because if I can keep Carl flat on his back just using my weight distribution, my hands are free to start attacking. So that first drill was keeping him flat using weight distribution and giving Carl the underhook. We would never give him the underhook, but if you can keep someone flat using your weight and he has an underhook, good skill to develop. So let's talk about the underhook. Okay, my goal is I want the underhook. So now I can start being heavy as a whale on Carl. Okay, this is good for me, bad for Carl. What does Carl want from bottom? Shit, he wants the underhook too. It's just a battle of the underhook, because if he has the underhook, he can stretch me out and create space and do all that stuff, you know? So there's a battle going on when we're in side control top, side control bottom, and this is a battle of the underhook. So that first little drill, where we were here and I give Carl the underhook and I managed to keep him flat. Okay, so what's the next step? I want the underhook, obviously. So we're here, okay? Now, what I don't want to do is keep my wedges where they are, okay? If I switch my base from control 1 to control 4 and I'm here, you've noticed I'm going to replace my right hand at his near side hip with my left knee, and I made a kickstand with my foot, and my ass is off the mat, okay? But from there, if Carl has this underhook, watch, if he stretches me back so my shoulders are more here, a bridge takes me over so many times, we end up in that position. So, watch what I do. I need to weaken Carl's underhook. So we'll start from here. Carl is the underhook. First thing I do is, my elbow that was in front of his head is going to come to his elbow. Then I switch my base. So I put my knee beside his hip. You notice my butt is not on the mat. In fact, the only part of my body on the mat is my feet. Looks as if this elbow's on the mat, but it's not, it's just clamping. And now there's this little baby hand here. If Carl reaches with his underhook now, see the way my shoulders are forward, he's not going to get me off. So all I'm going to do is find this wrist and start attacking it with a straight arm lock. We'll look at that next week. There's three battles here. I can go for the arm lock, I can mount, or I can win the underhook. We're going to look at the underhook. So the second I go for that, Carl grabs his pants. Now I swim inside. See the way my left knee's beside the near side hip? I just switch my base. Because if I turn into side control, Carl now will put me back in the guard, and that sucks. So, if you've noticed, when I was playing this control, my hand was controlling that hip. And then when I switched to here, my knee was controlling that hip. Now when I start to attack this and he grabs his pants, I underhook, and now my hip controls that hip. So it's like a buffer. I always want something on the near side hip, whether it's my hand, my knee, or my hip. So from there, we win the underhook, and then we end up in broken scarf hold, or Enriquez calls it super chill position. Let's talk a little bit about that. My lat is over Carl. Again, I put my hand on my head, my elbows off the mat, and I'm sitting in. Hard to see this visually, but the only part of my body on the mat is my feet. Carl is carrying my weight. How's it feel, bro? Oh, nice. Okay, so let's just switch positions again. So from control 1, Carl has the underhook. I've managed to keep him flat on his back from the last drill. Okay. From there, my elbow goes to his elbow, and I switch my base so my knee is beside his hip. Okay. I've also made a kickstand with this foot, so if Carl happens to try and bridge into me, I can kind of ride the storm. The detail is, he's carrying my weight. I'm not sitting on the mat like this. If I'm sitting on that bridge into me, gone. And this was the detail. I've made a wedge with my elbow beside Carl's elbow. So he can only stretch that so far. Stretch it, bro. I just find it. start to attack this. We'll look at that next time. He will make that grip. I don't care. I have the underhook now. Now immediately replace my left knee with my right hip. And I get into this position here. Now we're not worried too much about this elbow. Ideally, I want to clip it so it's in front, but if Carl sticks it underneath, I have the braid cutter anyway, so he can stick it wherever he wants. And now we're in broken scarf or super chill, which is this. Now again, when I play this, my elbow is tight and I'm here. If this is loose, Carl can pull his hand out. Again, what does he want? He wants wedges. He wants to make a frame here, and now he'll hip escape out. I'll try to get his, or reverse it and get the guard down. So I'm gonna be around this way, bro. I'm gonna be here. So that's tight. And if Carl brings that hand around anyway, it's gonna give me the, so you'll want to keep it there. So we want to be staying heavy as a whale from here. My lat is across Carl's lat, heavy as a whale. He's carrying my weight. Anytime I feel my elbow on the mat, I bring it in. The only part, again, the only part of me on the mat, sorry bro, the only part on the mat is my feet, if that makes sense. In all three positions, and we've covered three so far in this drill. 1, 2, and 3. My feet are on the mat the whole time, okay? So let's play around with that.